Hi guys, welcome to Craft University. I'm Mara and we're on campus today working on our assignment with paper, scissors, and glue, and the rest is up to you. Let's see what today's assignment is. Today's assignment is to make a portable game console. That's kind of cool, so you can play your games on the go. Let's get to work making a design. I think generally speaking, consoles are kind of a long rectangular shape so that you can hold them in both hands while you're playing. And they have a screen where you can see the game that you're playing. And then they have some controls, so we can add some buttons. And maybe a D-pad, so a cross-shaped button like this. And then maybe 2 thumbsticks. To make my console, I'm going to use black, but you could do a brightly colored console if you'd like as well. And then I'm going to fold it just to make the general size and shape. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good size for a handheld console. And now I'm going to open it up and design the screen that goes in the middle of the console. So I'm going to draw a line to create the top of the screen, and one at the bottom to do the bottom of the screen. And then I'm going to draw 2 lines on the side to make the sides of the screen, but also leaving enough room so that we have room for the controls on the sides. Think about like that. So I'll cut this part out and leave these parts intact. Okay, great. So now we've created the screen for the console, and now we can make some buttons for the controls. So I think I'm going to use some bright colors to make buttons. I've got a bunch of scraps here. I'll make 4 small circles that can go as buttons here. Okay, cool. And then I think for over here, we said that we would make the D-pad, which is the cross-shaped button. And I'm going to use a gray color to do that. And it's okay to refine your shape a little bit on the back because when we flip it over, you won't see all the pencil marks. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we have our 4 buttons and our little D-pad here. And then I think we'll make 2 thumbsticks for the other controls. I'm gonna use my glue stick that's in my locker here. So I can use the cap to get a nice round shape that I can trace around. And I think I want to make my thumbsticks out of black paper, so I'll see if I've got some scraps here. That could work. So I've traced a circle here, and I'm going to put a second piece of paper beneath it, so that when I cut out, I have 2 copies. Here we go. So 2 little thumbsticks. Great. So we could glue the buttons down like this if we wanted, but I was thinking it'd be fun if we made it feel like they were actually buttons, so when you touched, they responded to your touch. So to do that, I'm going to make little accordions that go underneath the buttons. I'm going to do that by cutting out some strips of paper. So I have 2 strips of paper here, so I'm going to put them at right angles, like this. And I'm going to fold the bottom one over top, like this, and then the bottom one over top, and so on and so on. Okay, so I've got a lot of accordion to work with. I was thinking if we cut off little bits of it, we could put them underneath our buttons so that they wiggled or responded to touch. So now I've got all these little springy bits. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the top here and glue it to the back of my thumbstick, like this, and then put a little bit of glue on the console and stick the button down and wait for it to dry. So I'm going to stick all my buttons down and I'll meet you back here in a sec. Okay, so I've got all of my buttons glued down and I put my binder over top so that they would dry nice and flat. Let's have a peek underneath and see how they're drying. Oh, I think the buttons look pretty good. So you can see that we could have just glued them down, but putting the little accordion underneath makes them seem like they're 3D and like you can touch them. So I think what would be cool next is to make the screen that goes inside. So what game that will actually be playing. So I'm going to flip my console over and let's design a screen to go inside. I think I'm going to use this blue color. I'm going to cut this paper to fit the exact size of the front of the console. So I'm just going to line it up here. So I see that the screen needs to be about this wide. Now I'm going to cut out my screen. Perfect. So now we can check to make sure our screen will fit inside of our console. So I'm going to put it into the back of the console like this and fold it up and have a little peek. I think this looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark off where the screen actually will show, so then I know where I can actually design my game. So as I decorate this paper to become the screen of my game, I know that I should be designing within this particular box that I'm drawing here. So now I know I have about this much room to design my game screen. I'm going to go ahead and design my screen, and I'll meet you guys back here. While I was gone, I made 2 screens that we can use inside of our console. So the first one I made is a game about a puppy who jumps among the clouds and tries to collect all of the stars, and it seems that this puppy has collected 12 stars. And then I made this one, which is an outer space game, and it's got a spaceship, and it looks like it's blasting aliens and asteroids with its lasers. Let's have a look at how they look inside of the console. So you can just take the screen that you made and slide it inside. Have a look. There you go, that's pretty neat. You can pretend that you're playing your game, and all the buttons act like buttons do. Let's have a look at the other one. There we go. It's pretty cool. Alright guys, well I would say that is assignment complete. I had so much fun hanging out with you on campus today. If you want to hang out and make some more cool stuff together, you can subscribe to this channel. You can also like the video or share it with a friend, or you can leave me a comment down below. Let me know which types of games you designed to go inside of your console, and tell me what your high score was. I'll choose one super crafty commenter and send them some cool Craft University gear. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!